Good morning, everyone. How are you? I hope your last few weeks have been going well. Sorry I haven't been on, but here I am. So today I felt like making homemade chicharrones. You know, that's one of my favorites. I love it, love it, love it. And so I've already cut up all my pork belly, as you can see. I cut it all up and, you know, just into small pieces like this and stuff. All of them are pretty much the same size. That's one thing my dad always said. Your chicharrones have to be the same size. Welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia. Tu sangre es tu sangre. My amazing New Mexico authentic cookbook. You can always find it on my website, www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. You know, and my chicharron recipe, well, my dad's is in here and stuff, so, you know, enjoy it, enjoy it, enjoy it. As you can tell, my dad's always with me. And yes, I remembered I have to do my squats. I have to do my squats and stuff, so I am doing that. You know, I'm always trying to get myself going, do everything. Today I felt like eating a matanza breakfast. So I have some pork, you know, some pork fillets, and the chicharrones, and then of course I already made my masa, so I have it wrapped up in my dough to make tortillas. And then I have beans cooking on the stove today. I just felt like doing beans on the stove, and you know, that's always so good. My mom, she always did beans on the stove until later on in life when the crock pots came about. Then she started using her crock pot. But I remember waking up in the morning to the smell of wonderful homemade fresh beans on the stove. So anyway, so I already have my skillet going, and so what I did is I put a piece of fat in my skillet. It's kind of like a wok, and so Dad always would put a piece of fat just to, you know, melt it into the harina, into, you know, the chicharron pot. Since I'm making them inside, this is what I'm doing. So anyway, so it's nice and hot, as you can tell. You can see the smoke. So what I'm doing is I got a can of evaporated milk. And so I'm going to use about half a can. And I pour it over, okay? And it's half. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my salt. So with the salt, it's always to taste. So anyways, so I'm going to put some on my hand. So it's just like a teaspoon or a little bit more, oops, of the salt. So I'm going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it with my hands so it can all coat really nicely. And you'll get the milk. See how the milk on top? It just works out really, really nice. So my chicharron breakfast, you know, I love New Mexico food. There is nothing like New Mexico food for me. You know, there's a difference with Mexican food and New Mexico food. New Mexico food is more native, you know. It's that's how I understand growing up anyways. And so, as you can tell, I just mix around, and you can feel the salt. So you got to make sure that the salt is completely coated through your meat, okay? And so this is probably about, oh, I'm going to say probably about 7-8 pounds, you know. And so it's nice to, I buy this pork belly at Sam's Club or at Costco. I like the one at Costco and Sam's Club. But anyways, so it looks like big, thick strips of bacon about like this. But it's called pork belly, and it's cut in strips, and then you cut what you want out of it, you know, the size that you want and stuff. So see, it's pretty much all, and it's a perfect amount of meat and stuff. So hey, invite everybody to, you know, share my post, you know, invite everybody to come on and watch this and stuff. And hey, if you want to come and eat, you're welcome to and stuff. You know, I'll be making the chicharrones, and then I might fry some papas in between. We'll see. But anyways, let me wash my hands. And then I'm going to go ahead and put it in. My tortilla pan is already nice and hot, ready for me to roll the tortillas. Here goes the chicharrones into the extremely hot pan. Wow, can you hear it? Whew. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me rinse this real quick. And then I'm going to mix it a little bit. Check it out. Look at this. It's the perfect, perfect coating. And you know, depending on how much chicharrones you put in here and stuff, you know, sometimes you can take an hour. It should take about a good hour, you know, by the time it's ready. You know, when you're making chicharrones outside on the harilla, of course it does take a while. Why? Because there's a lot of chicharrones and stuff, so that's why it takes a few hours. And so when you're making them on the stovetop, it shouldn't take you that long because you don't have that much. And you know what? And all of this will shrink. It'll really, really shrink and stuff. So check that out. And I have my heat on high and stuff. So there it is. Isn't that amazing? And then last night, you know, Jesse, he plants a really nice little tiny garden because he can't do a whole lot. So he does a small garden. And so last night I made I made salsa, but I boiled it because I had so many tomatoes and stuff. So anyway, so I made a very fresh salsa. Check this out. And if we had smell-o-vision, let me tell you, it is amazing. So I canned it all. I jarred it all last night and got it ready to where I can just go to the pantry and be able to pull out the, you know, salsa. And so like I said, it's a different salsa. Why? Because it was all fresh, lots of tomatoes, a lot of heirloom tomatoes. So I had some yellow ones and orange ones and red ones, of course, a lot of cherry tomatoes. And so that's what I did. So anyways, and then I made sweet rice. Let me show you guys. I've just been a little cooking fool, let me tell you. So the sweet rice that I made, my son-in-law Dave, Ed, and David, but Ed loves sweet rice, and so does my hija Victoria and stuff. So anyways, let me show you what I did. So anyway, so what I had done, and this is kind of the lazy sweet rice, I call it. So anyway, so look how good it looks. And it came out phenomenal. So what I had some regular rice that I had steamed because I had made a Szechuan the other night. And so what I did is I just didn't feel like making fried rice or anything like that with the rest of it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make some sweet rice, arroz dulce, which is in my cookbook as well, my mom's recipe. And but anyway, so what I did is, so this is our dessert for today. So what I did with the sweet rice is that I had the steamed rice already, and it was just plain steamed rice, nothing in it. So what I did is I had about 2 cups, about 2 cups. And so what I did is that I went ahead and my milk and my water and but what I did, I was going to say sugar, but I didn't use sugar. I went ahead and used sweetened condensed milk. And I used, about 3/4 of the can and 2/3 of the can. And I poured it into my water and milk mixture, you know, so I had approximately 8 cups of water in the milk and whatnot. And it was the evaporated milk. And then what I did is I added my vanilla, and then I added the sweetened condensed milk. And then once it came to a boil, then I added my rice and I let it boil, and I added my raisins, and I just let it come to a really, really beautiful boil. And then turned it off, let it sit, put the cinnamon on top. Oh my God, it is amazing. And so anyway, so that is our lunch for today. That's going to be dessert for today. And then, and I go through a lot of paper towels. But anyways, Hello everyone, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia, tu sangre es tu sangre. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today. You know, we're going to, like I said, I'm gonna do my tortillas. I have beans cooking on top. I have my chicharrones already, you know, in the making. And so I'm excited about that. Look at how beautiful. And I have the fan on, so if you guys hear something, the fan over the stove is on and stuff. So actually I turned off our central air because I was making this and I don't want my house to have the smell. I was going to cook outside in my outdoor kitchen and I said, I'll just cook in here and stuff. So anyway, so look at this, how wonderful it looks. So anyways, I'm going to start making my bolitas for my tortillas. And I made my dough earlier, so you know, I've had it wrapped for a little while, for about an hour actually. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing. So I'll make my little bolitas and we'll get started and doing this and that. So anyways, yesterday it was so exciting because I got a phone call yesterday from my dad's second cousin. And on his dad's side, so it would have been my dad's grandmother, her niece and stuff. So anyways, she called me yesterday and it was so nice. And she requested 2 cookbooks, 2 family cookbooks. And I couldn't be more honored to oblige her with that. You know, I took him to her yesterday and she was just so excited. And then she blessed me with 2 pictures that were just the nicest pictures. Family pictures, of course. She's 87 years old. She is now the matriarch for both sides of the family, for the Martinez and the Griego part of the family. So the Martinez is our Grandpa Eusebio, my great-grandpa. And then the Griego is our Grandma Margarita, and she was Griego. So anyway, so Cinda is now the oldest living cousin. She's 87 years old, and it's just like, it was just so exciting to get out there and talk to her, and it was just nice. You know, I just loved it, you know. And you know, I wish we could have visited longer, but with COVID you really can. So anyways, but it was nice that she wanted my cookbook, and she wanted 2. So I'm sure she's going to share with her sister or her daughters or something. But anyways, I was just so humbled. I was just so humbled. I have been so excited because my my cookbook has touched so many lives, just so many lives and stuff. And I'm so excited and stuff, and you know, that I was able to touch a lot of hearts that I did. Hold on a second. I noticed that the light on my camera, I noticed that the light's getting a little dim, so I didn't charge the additional light that I have for it. But anyway, so this is how, make sure you make your tortillas. You do this, make them round, making them a little bigger today, or a little thicker, because since we are having chicharrones and frijoles and stuff. So anyways, so I was just excited. I've just been so humble at the people that have just ordered my cookbook. My cookbook has gone literally everywhere, all over the country. I have cookbooks in Germany, and I had somebody from Africa. I was like, oh my God, you know, I thought that was just so cool. And you know, a lot of these people, I don't even know who they are. So it's nice. I know that they're looking at my website, my YouTube channel. Don't forget, you guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Margaret's Kitchen NM. You'll love it. And so anyways, this tortilla is going to be a little too big, I think. But anyways, so that's kind of what's been going on. You know, last week we buried our aunt on Saturday, our great aunt, which was my dad's aunt. It was our grandfather's youngest sister. And she passed away. She was 89 years old, and she's survived by all of us nieces and nephews, and she didn't have biological children of her own, so all of us were her children. So it was just really, really, you know, it was humbling to know how well we knew her. I need to close that door a little bit. So anyway, so it was so humbling just to be with a lot of my cousins, first, second, third, fourth cousins. You know, it was just nice because she had a relationship with several generations of Martinez's. So it was wonderful and stuff. So anyways, so that's what we've been doing. Ah, there's the tortilla, first one, yay! So anyways, so hopefully, by the time I'm done with the video, the chicharrones will be ready and you guys can check them out and stuff. And so you guys want to eat, come on over and eat. And I'm good with it and stuff. So come check out my chicharrones. You'll love them. And but anyway, so I like I said, so I didn't come on a whole lot last week whatsoever. I really just didn't. Oh, nice. They're cooking perfect for a matanza. I'm going to check my video real quick. Make sure that everything is still rolling as it's supposed to. We had a wonderful visit with our oldest daughter, Victoria, this morning. She spent the morning with us, and oh, I just loved it. I love when my girls come over and sit there, have coffee with their dad, because I don't drink coffee. And I just love listening to them just conversate about everything. And they conversate about a little bit about politics. They conversate just a little bit of everything. And I just love it, I love the relationship that they have with their dad. Whew. That's ready. So anyways, I love the relationship they have with their dad. It just warms my heart that they are like that with him. So when you let your masa sit too long, sometimes your masa will be a little, how do you say it in English? I call it aguada. So it'll be, oh my God, a little too soft maybe? I don't know what aguada is. Oh well, we'll figure it out, right? So anyway, so they won't always hold their shape, but you will get a lot of bubbles because of the baking powder. But you still, I still make them round, they're coming out really nice. They're coming out excellent, actually. So anyways, I better get the butter out. We need butter. Butter for our tortilla. Nothing like having butter. Look at how nice they're coming out. And like I said, I'm making them a little bit bigger today because we are having chicharrones. And you can make a perfect burrito with them and stuff. Probably wonder why I make chicharrones an awful lot. I do. I love making chicharrones. It reminds me so much of my dad. And I feel even closer to my dad when I make chicharrones, And it's his recipe. He taught me how to make them. I actually have him on video. I think you guys have heard that story before. I have him on video showing me how to make the chicharrones. And he was already so sick, our dad, And, but he showed me, he was showing me how to make them and stuff. And I'm just so grateful for those days. So grateful, and stuff. And so I couldn't ask for better and stuff. And so anyways, but yeah, look, you guys can see that the chicharrones are really coming together. And they just get that perfect golden brown. When they're done, they just get that perfect, beautiful brown, and oh, look at this. Oh, nice. Coming out really, really good. So anyways, but yeah, I just feel that closeness to him when I'm doing when I'm making chicharrones, and stuff. I just love it. I just love that he taught me a lot of this stuff. And the thing is that now that we were with the funeral and stuff, I went ahead and gave everybody a list of our family history. And it's so nice to see that who our great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, where were they born, And I was able to do all that for a lot of my cousins that were there, and I gave it to them, and it was so nice and stuff. So that was really godsend, truly a godsend. But anyways, so yeah, so I said I was craving chicharrones. I had to have them. And I said, well, you know what? I am going to make some, and I'm going to show you guys my frijoles, which are cooking beautifully. Look at this. They're cooking just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Fresh frijoles on the olla, in the olla. And then to go with the fresh tortillas and the chicharrones, and then I have some red chili that I already made. I just have to warm it. And then I'll some really nice pork steaks. And here I go. Anyways, and most of the time you guys will always catch me making tortillas because I love making tortillas. I really do. And stuff. So I figured my Victoria and David and Rachel and Ed, Mijita, Rachel and Edo, they'll come and have lunch and stuff and things. You know, Logan's in school, Zaki's in school. Ireland is off doing her training for the military and stuff, and so maybe she'll come by after her training and stuff. It's about that time. So maybe we'll have a full house for dinner. Or, I mean, for breakfast or lunch or whatever they come. If they come, it's all good, you know. But I know that if my son-in-law Ed and Victoria know that I made arroz dulce, they're going to come. They'll come for it because they love sweet rice. You know, they love it. And Mijita Victoria is not a 100% pork fan. So she likes chicharrones, but she's not a 100% pork fan. But anyways, and my son-in-law David, he's really been working hard at trying to master Grandpa Tinas's chicharrones. So he's been doing a great job. He's been doing a really good job, you know, and he's learning, you know. Chicharrones is an art, I think, you know. If you can make good, perfect chicharrones without them being crumbly or anything like that, you've mastered the art of chicharron making, you know. And hopefully today mine will come out just as good and stuff. So let's see what happens, you know. But anyway, so tell me, how many of you have done any of my recipes? You know, I know the other day my friend Brian Colon, he sent me a picture and he was doing calabacitas. And I just was so humbled. He said, you know, look whose recipe, you know, and I just thought it was just the coolest thing, you know. Remember that if you guys are doing my recipes, to do hashtag Margaret's Kitchen NM, I would appreciate it. You know, my cookbook and whatnot, you know, I would really appreciate it. Don't forget that when you subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe. Remember to subscribe first of all, and give me a thumbs up. And if you're buying my cookbook through Amazon, please give me a review. I'd appreciate it. I know I'm bad at reviews. I'm bad at giving reviews, you know, and stuff, but now I know the importance of it. So I would appreciate it very much and stuff. But anyway, so again, you're in Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia, Tu Sangre es Tu Sangre. And, you know, go to my website, order my cookbook, www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. And you know what? Let me tell you, I am pretty much almost out of cookbooks. So they're going to be back ordered. I only have a few left, so get them because I don't know when I'm gonna order another bunch and stuff. Right now, you know, because I'm almost out of these ones and stuff, and they're almost gone. I'm out of them, I think, already on Amazon and stuff. But I have, you know, the other thing is too, if you guys are in the, you know, collecting old cookbooks, New Mexico authentic cookbooks, you know what? I have some on my Amazon page, you know, that are really amazing old. They're old cookbooks. So anyway, so I have some on there. So check it out. Check out my Amazon page and stuff. You can find a lot of unique cookbooks. But anyway, so I lost my train of thought for just a second, you know. So next week we're gonna, hubby's going in for surgery next week, so I don't know how much I'm going to record next week or not, but keep him in your prayers. You know, as everyone pretty much knows, my husband suffers from toxic and chemical exposure due to serving 2 tours of duty in Iraq and stuff. So, but he's, you know, he's such a positive person. You know, he is just so positive. You know, those darn burn pits, you know, they've taken the life of so many military men and women that served in Iraq and Afghanistan. And you know, and it's so important to, if you are a veteran, to get out there, get yourself checked for burn pit exposure, toxic and chemical exposure. There was weapons of mass destruction. That's why our men and women are sick and stuff. So be sure to, if you are in the military, be sure to get yourself registered to burn pits, you know, through the VA. You know, it's important that you get yourself through the VA so that they can start taking care of you. You know, you get your benefits, you get, you know, what you need, the medical care that you need. If you don't want to go to the VA, it's okay. They'll let you go outside. It's not a problem and stuff. Just remember, you need to get yourself checked. You know, get yourself checked. You know, we have a Facebook page called Burn Pit Families. Get on there, you know, check it out. You know, there's so many resources in there, and it's all about helping our military men and women. But anyway, so that's what's going on with hubby and stuff. So he is having surgery next week, so keep him in your prayers because he needs those. We all need prayer. You know, we can't do without the grace of God. You know, we need God 100% of the time. You know, my life is crazy without God in it. I have to have God all the time. You know, I have to have him in my life all the time. You know, I can't function without him and stuff. You know, it's like, that's how you get through life, is you get through life by God's grace. You know, by the grace of God. You know, don't matter what religion you are, we all believe in the same God. You know, and stuff. So we need to put him back into our lives. You know, and you know, I was reading something the other day that a lot of people are having to homeschool right now and stuff. They're doing a lot of virtual classes, and you know, it's a good idea that you parents teach your kids the Pledge of Allegiance, because of the fact is that they're not teaching that in school anymore, in schools. So you need to get out there, teach your kids the Pledge of Allegiance. You know, so many children do not know the Pledge of Allegiance, and they should know it. You know what? Your kids, that should be what they know. You know, they should know the Pledge of Allegiance. Why we say it, you know, they should know all of that stuff. And so remember that, you know, teach your children. And anyway, so, whew, that their just smell amazing. But anyway, so that's the nice part about our girls, is that their kids know all that, and mainly because why they went to private schools. You know, they went to private schools and private Christian schools, and they taught them that. You know, they taught them the Pledge of Allegiance, they taught them the pledge to the Christian flag and stuff. So I'm so proud of them, because the girls made that a point that their kids would know all that. On top of making their first Holy Communion, their confirmations, their baptisms, you know, all of that. You know, our girls taught our kids, their kids, all that. You know, it is so important. You have to do that, you know. But anyways, so as you can tell, my tortillas, they're bubbling, and it's because I let the masa sit for a while. The masa sat for about, I'm going to say at least 30 to 45 minutes. So that's why, you know, the baking powder is activated in it, and that's why it, you know, my tortillas are bubbling and stuff, which I don't mind. I love them when they bubble and stuff, you know. So the longer you let that masa sit, the more. And so, you know, you can make, you know, sopapillas with this masa, because it's already rising and it's perfect, you know. It really is perfect and stuff. So you have masa for sopapillas. So when I put my tortillas on, I put the I put the, what do you call it? The dry side down first, and then I put the wet side. I flip it. So when I'll show you exactly what I do. So I never turn my tortillas around when I'm rolling them. I turn them clockwise, counterclockwise, you know, because I like to keep them nice and round. And so anyways, but when I put my tortillas on the comal, I always, you know, I kind of seal one side to the other. You always want to seal one side to the other. Look at this. Look at how wonderful. Look at this. And you remember that little piece of fat that I had in there? Look. So anyway, so you always want to do that. You want to just, you know, one side, oops, ouch. Anyways, so here's the wet side. So I put the wet side down, pull it, and then put the dry side down. And then I leave it there till that part cooks. So that's what I do. And today, you know, I like to put my beans in the pressure cooker. I do that. I do the crock pot. But you know, like I said, there is nothing like frijoles de la olla, you know? Just nothing like frijoles de la olla when you cook on the stove and all that fun stuff, you know? I love doing that. So remember that when you keep your masa a little bit longer, your masa is going to come out a little, God, what is it? A little too soft. So for some reason it will do that. So it's still good. It still cooks. So anyways, I made a couple dozen. My uncle's supposed to come over and stuff. So a ver, look at this. And then you see all the juices. Look at this. Oh my God. This is cooking to perfection. And eventually all the liquid disappears, and that's when you know it's almost ready. Oh, one thing is that when you see the bubbles, that's why I jumped a little while ago. A bubble popped, and all that hot steam comes out, and you can burn yourself. So be careful when you touch the bubbles. So that's what happened a while ago. Bubble popped and the steam comes out, and you know, it burns. It's hot, you know, and stuff. So remember that. You know, I gotten so used to the central air that, oh Lord Jesus, now I'm feeling it and stuff, you know. Perfect. So I have about 5 more tortillas left, and then I'm going to peel some papas, and that way we're going to have papas, and I'll put the meat in the oven in a little bit for the, I know, what a day to be cooking in the oven, right? So anyways, I always do my tortillas like this and stuff. I've never known how to really slap them and make them, you know, like that, you know, how you see some people can do that. I've never been able to. I can, but they don't come out as perfect as I would want them to and stuff. And so they stay a little too thick for me. So I'm not sure. One day I'll learn the true technique to all of that and stuff, you know. But yeah, I'll peel some potatoes in a little bit. And then, you watch, before you know it, we're going to have a heck of a killer meal, you know, with our chicharrones and our frijoles de la olla and, you know, beans on the stove. And then, of course, a little bit of red chili, our chicharrones. I told you it's a matanza. It's an inside kitchen matanza and stuff. Matanza food. As a matter of fact, I was messaging with my girlfriend, one of my good friends, my Vonner, I always call her Vonner. And I was messaging with her, and I told her, oh yeah, I'm making matanza breakfast tomorrow. And she's so funny. She says, and I told my mom I would go help her. And it was so funny, you know, because everybody loves matanzas. And you know what? Invite everybody, share my page, invite people to be a part of my page. Look, check out this. That's why when you touch that bubble, Be careful. And with my beans, I just added salt, garlic, a little bit of garlic, because the garlic takes away the gassy part of the beans. And, you know, my beans, they come out pretty good. And of course your water. And I put a little bit of shortening in there. Whatever shortening you have, you can put a tablespoon or so of shortening. And it just, I don't know, you know, my mom will put Morel, she'll put Crisco, she'll put oil, whatever she has. Her favorite though is Morel, lard and stuff. And, oh yeah. So that's her favorite, is Morel lard. So anyways, which is mine as well. I have a big tub of it as well. So anyway, so that's what you do. And so you put it in there and let it boil. You know, like when you do it on the stove, you have to be really, really careful because you run out of water. They can dry out quickly. So you got to make sure, watch them and when to put them on that medium high heat, medium low heat and stuff, you know. You got to remember all of that part. Look at this. They are cooking to perfection. Then we'll have a tortilla. I woke up in the middle of the night. You know, I always wake up in the night. You know, you have to go to the bathroom or whatnot. And, oh my God, I guess I was sleeping crooked because my whole upper chest, whew, it was like, cause I had to exercise my chest, you know, just like pulling, you know, and just exercising and exercising to get that kink out of there, you know, and just pulling back and forward and back and forward. Finally went away. But I guess I was sleeping crooked. But it's kind of my fault, I think, because I love to sleep on the recliner. Sometimes I'll get lazy and I just sleep on the recliner. So, you know, by doing that and then you go to your bed, well, guess what? You just, you hurt yourself. So don't be doing that. But, you know, I say don't be doing that, but let me tell you, I like sleeping on the recliner and stuff. So it's just comfortable and, you know, and sometimes Mister wants to just sleep on the couch, you know, watch TV, sleep on the couch. He loves that open air of our, oops, one for the books. He loves that open air. That means we're getting company when you drop food. But anyways, he loves that open air, open space. Because in our new room, we made it to where he can always look out at the swimming pool, just look out at the sky, you know, at the stars, at the moon. He just loves that. And then too, we could keep our back French doors open and stuff like that. You know, I mean, he likes that. So sometimes he says, let's sleep in here. So we end up doing that, and I end up sleeping on the recliner because I love it. And oh my gosh, that has to come to an end. You know, I can't be doing that. But anyway, so yeah, so I woke up and it was like, oh, Lord help me, you know, so I was just like stretching, you know, just stretching and oh, just pulling forward, you know, and just trying to turn everything because it felt so bad. And so at first I thought, heck, am I having a heart attack or what's going on, you know? But no, I got up and you know, once I exercised it, I'm a little sore today, but it's not feeling as bad as it was, you know, so I just keep exercising my shoulders and stuff. And so, but anyway, so yeah, so it was just crazy, you know, and stuff. Look, check it out. I'm already done making all the tortillas. I have one left. And then, of course, one fell. That means somebody's coming over. They say that when you drop food on the floor, you're having company for breakfast, for dinner or lunch or something. So maybe someone's coming over. Who knows? But anyway, so check it out. Oh, the tortillas. Oh my God, they came out so good. And let me tell you, those hot pots and those hot little spots are hot. Once that steam comes out, Lord. So my video, is it long? Yeah, it is. But you know what? This is the only way that you can learn to do something is by watching from the beginning to the end, you know. And I'll download this to my YouTube, share my YouTube channel on my page and whatnot, you know. And hopefully invite people, you know, to come on down, you know. Come on down, watch my page, you know, watch my channel. It's just so nice. I love it. I need water. See how the chicharrones are starting to just shrink? Look at this. See, they're starting to shrink. I tell you, I'm ready to have that. My last tortilla. There. And then now my frijoles, we're going to check those real quick. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at that. Wow. Those are looking amazing. And I only did 2 cups. I'm going to put a little bit of hot water because, just to give it a little bit more water. Put a little bit more water because it's already boiling. They look good. Let's see, let's do this. I'm going to turn my comal off. Then I'm going to get our pork steaks, put those in the oven. Okay, we're going to have lunch at noon. Okay, so luckily my water gets extremely hot. So I'll put a little bit in here. Cover it. And then what I did is that I got the pork steaks from Albertsons actually and stuff, so. Oh, those are looking good. I think there's only 3 in here. Yeah, 3. Use this one better. So what I do with this one, put my oven on. Make sure I don't have nothing in there. Get my little bit of my spray, just to help it not to stick. And you know, Albertsons, sometimes they'll have stuff that's seasoned already. It was pretty good. So I got these, and they're just pork steaks. So I don't have to put any more, maybe just a tad of salt. Those nice? Put those in there. They're already a little pre-seasoned, so a little bit of salt. And I'm going to use my little yellow potatoes. I love these potatoes. Find them so, they're so good. Just waiting for that to heat up. So what I do with these, watch. So because the bag has a bunch of holes in it, so this is what I do. And I scrub them in the bag. These are one of my favorite yellow Yukon potatoes, but they're the small ones. Let them drip for just a minute. And do I go through napkins? Yes. And then what I do, get my pan out. So my pan's out, and I'm going to get this. My tortilla pan. I'm going to put it in the bottom rack of the stove. I'm going to do a little bit of oil. Just a little bit. See? Mix this. Look at how good. Nice. Oven's almost ready. Get my colander so that I could do the papas. And you know, really, that is Matanza food, is potatoes and chili and beans and pork steaks and whatnot. I mean, that is a Matanza. See, and these ones I'm just cutting like this because I love these potatoes. And they wash beautiful. And I'll still re-rinse them. The small ones you don't have to cut in half again. But I always try to cut them in fours. There's a little tail. I didn't see that. Okay, we're almost done with this. The pan is almost hot, as hot as we need it. Okay, come on down to Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia. Tu Sangre es my authentic New Mexico cookbook. my recipes have been handed down from generation to generation. You know, we've been here. You know that my grandfather, it was so exciting. If everybody remembers when New Mexico became a state, so New Mexico became a state in January of 2012. Well, my grandfather was born September 24th, 1912. I'm sorry, I said 2012 earlier. 1912, and New Mexico became a state in January of 1912. Well, my grandfather was born during that time. How exciting is that? So I thought that was pretty cool. So anyways, so we've been here for many, many, many years. Since the 1700s, we've been here in New Mexico. So we are truly, true blue New Mexicans. We are truly New Mexico and stuff. And so anyways, so I thought that was kind of an interesting piece, you know, to know that my grandfather was born the year that New Mexico became a state, which I thought was is just so cool and stuff. You know, oh wait, I know what I was going to do. Is cut an onion for the potatoes. So anyways, but yeah, I thought that was just the coolest thing, you know, and stuff is about my grandfather. So who can ever forget that New Mexico was a state? He would never forget because he was born that year, you know, that New Mexico became a state. So I thought that was really cool, you know. A little bit of tad, you know, information and stuff that is, I think, exciting. So I cut the onions so I could put in the papas. So anyways, but yeah, so my cookbook's been here, you know, the recipes are just amazing, and about 10% of the recipes are my own creation, something I learned along the line, along the road and stuff. So, you know, so that's where that is and stuff. So that's exciting. But anyway, so I think with this, I'm just going to cut like slivers. Because I'll put the onions in slivers. That always tastes so good. And not only that, if Ireland comes over for lunch, she doesn't like onions, so it's easier for her to take off the slivers and stuff. Now that's Logan, that boy loves onions and stuff, you know. So anyways, but yeah, so I thought it was just really cool, you know, that our grandfather was born the year 9 months after New Mexico became a state. I thought that was just way too cool. So, you know, so January of 1912, you know, my grandfather was born in September of 1912. You know, 9 months after New Mexico became a state. So I thought that was really kind of cool. I just thought that was way too cool. There you can hear the papas sizzling. Want to cut these as thin as possible. Yum. There. Now we're done with the onions. Papas are done. Everything's done. You know, now we just wait the chicharrones. Woo! Probably about, I bet you, 30, 40 minutes and they'll be ready. Look at that. Put my salt and pepper. So we made tortillas, we made the papas. Now it's just a matter of waiting for these amazing chicharrones to get, you know, to get done. Okay, these are going in. And look at this. They're coming, you guys. Look at that, yay! It's a long video, but guess what? It'll be worth it. At the end, you'll see these amazing chicharrones. And, you know, the way that it goes, You know, I have not learned how to edit my videos. I thought about, but you know what? I think you guys just get the whole feel. Eventually we'll edit and whatnot, but I want you to see exactly, step by step, listen to everything of how all of this is made. You know, how all of this is done. Now guess what? Tortilla time. Have to have a tortilla con mantequilla. Oh, I have one that's open. Big butter. Yep, it's open. You see. Oh, yes. I told you guys, come and eat. Look at that. Oh, yum. Bueno, buen provecho. Woo. Let me see. I love tortillas. Love tortillas. Wow. My grandpa used to, my dad's dad, we make fresh tortillas. He'd always have a cantaloupe. He loved cantaloupes. And he'd eat a cantaloupe with tortilla. And that's how I like it too. I can't wait to dig in to the chicharrones. Everything. Okay, if you hear somebody coming in, that's my uncle. I just heard him. And he doesn't know that I'm recording. Look at this. Oh. Delicious. Now the papas. Oh my gosh. Look at this. The frijoles de olla. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Those look divine. Amazing. I like cooking. I guess you guys can tell. I love to just cook. Let me take the camera a little closer. So here's the tortillas, papas, the chicharrones, the frijoles de olla. Aren't those amazing? I know, am I getting people tired? I love it. And of course our onion. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you. God bless you. You know what? Thank the man upstairs for your daily life. You know what? He has a purpose for each and every one of us. Again, welcome to my kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia, Tu Sangre es Tu Sangre, my authentic New Mexico cookbook. You can find it on my website and www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. Check it out. You know, invite everybody to my YouTube channel, Margaret's Kitchen, NM. Invite him, come on down. You know, it's a little long. I'm going to probably add the rest of it after. I'll add it to the video after. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye. God bless you. Love you all. Don't forget, squats, squats, rolls, rolls. Talk to you later. Bye. I thought I had been on a long time. I guess not.